Class, in today's lab session, we're going to take a look at Tableau. So we're going to use Tableau Public for all the lab sessions in this class. And you can download Tableau Public to your own computer, or you can use my desktop and download Tableau Public from AJ Apps. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or come to the live Zoom lab sessions. So before we start with the Tableau user interface, let me quickly introduce some learning resources to you. So as you know, we have limited time in this class to learn Tableau, so we can only learn the very basic functions for Tableau. But actually, Tableau is a very powerful tool, so I would highly recommend you to learn Tableau on your own outside of the class time. So here, one link is to the Tableau official learning resources, and the second link is to some YouTube tutorials, and the last one is a Tableau Coursera free course. So you can click the link to go to those resources. And the other thing you want to do is please download the Tableau Lab 1 data folder from Canvas and unzip it to your local drive. We are going to use the data sets from that folder. And the last thing for you to do before we start to play with Tableau is to go to this link on Google, which is a Google Sheet file, and then add this Google Sheet to your own Google Drive. And we're going to learn how to connect to a Google Sheet using Tableau as well. So now let's start. So when you open Tableau Public, here you will see this type of user interface. So on the left side, you will see a few different types of files that you can connect to when you're trying to load your data. And then in the middle, in the main part, you will see some of your recent Tableau projects, Tableau workbooks. So now let's start with connecting to different types of data. So the first one I want to show you is how to connect to Microsoft Excel. So let's click Microsoft Excel, and it will bring up a menu for you to choose the file that you want to connect to. So let's open Tableau Lab 1 data folder and choose survey dataset.excel file. So let's click open. And once you open, you will see that all the sheets from that Excel file will be listed on this left top corner part. And if you want to visualize any of the sheets, you can just drag that sheet to the drag tables here. So let's click, let's drag the survey dataset 1 to this table here. And then if you click sheet 1 in the bottom, you can go to the user interface of creating visualizations, and all the variables in that sheet will be pulled up in here, and you can drag them to create the visualizations that you want. So that's for Excel file. Now you can also connect to CSV files as well. So in order to connect to the CSV file, we would choose text file, and then we can click the CSV file that we want to connect to. So let's use the survey dataset 1 as an example. So let's choose survey dataset 1.csv in here. And you will see that once you connect to that CSV file, it will pull up all the variables in your data sheet. And again, if you're trying to create a new visualization, you can click sheet 1, and then all the variables will be showing up on the left side. Now, the next type I want to share with you is how to connect to a TXT file. So same thing, you would choose TXT file, and then you will find the TXT file that you're trying to connect to. Let's use survey dataset 1.txt file as the example and connect to it. So same thing, similar to the CSV file, once you load your TXT file in here, you will see that all the different variables are listed. The whole table is listed down here, and if you create a new sheet, all the variables will be shown on the left side as well. And the last data type the last file type that I want to share with you is Google Sheet. So let's click connect to a server and choose more, and then choose Google Sheet. And you can then choose to sign into an account. So I'll be choosing my own account, and then I'll be connecting this to my Lemoyne email address. I'll click allow, and now it's safe to close it. Okay. So now you see all my different data sets in here. So I'm going to choose the first one, survey dataset in Google. And again, in my Google Sheet, I actually have two different sheets, and then I'm going to drag one of them and put it here. And if I want to create a visualization, I can go to sheet 1 and then drag the different variables to the field in here and then create a visualization. So the good thing about using Google Sheet is that if you're trying to make some changes in Google Sheet, then you can actually have an instant update on your visualization as well. So if you're trying to create real-time visualization, then Google Sheet is actually a pretty good option. So if you have other type of files, for example, spatial files like statistical files or other type of data set, you could also use them as your data source as well.